Rembrandt is generally considered to be one of the greatest artists of the Dutch Golden Age. He is known for working intensely with light and shade, favoring a realism that other artists avoided. Rembrandt van Rijn was born in Leiden, Netherlands, on July 15, 1606. His father, Eierman Herewitzoon van Rijn, was a well-to-do miller, and his mother, Neeltje van Soutbroek, came from a family of bakers. Although the original building no longer exists, a memorial plaque has been placed on the side of the current building at the site of his birthplace. Just shy of his 14th birthday, Rembrandt was enrolled at the University of Leiden. Just a few short months later, he dropped out to pursue art, or more specifically, painting. Rembrandt trained under Jacob van Swanenburg, who was known for his depictions of evil as seen here, which used the reflection of light in an unusual way. Rembrandt also studied briefly under Peter Lasman. Here is an example of Lasman's work that greatly influenced Rembrandt with its strong contrast of light and shade used to intensify the drama of a scene. Returning to Leiden in 1624, Rembrandt opened his own studio with his friend Han Levens. Like his works, Rembrandt's signature also transformed through the years. His signature began in 1625 with an initial R and evolved until 1633 when he began using Rembrandt with a D. Using only his first name was probably inspired by other great artists of the time, such as Michelangelo and Raphael. Around 1628, Rembrandt began teaching. One of his first students, Herewitzoon, also became a highly esteemed painter of the period. The official registers of painters' trainees have been lost, but some of his students may have included Flenck, Fabritius, and de Gelder. After the death of his father, Rembrandt moved to Amsterdam around 1632 and worked in the service of Hendrik Eulenburg. He married Eulenburg's niece Saskia in 1634. In 1639, Rembrandt bought the large house adjacent to Eulenburg's workshop, where he lived and worked for almost 20 years. It has been the home of the Rembrandt House Museum since 1906. The next decade was a difficult time for the artist. Rembrandt and Saskia lost their first 3 children in infancy. 1640 marked the death of his mother, followed by Saskia in 1642, who died shortly after giving birth to Titus, the only surviving child. Rembrandt never remarried due to Saskia's inheritance, but he entered a relationship in 1649 with Hendrike Stoffels, who bore him a child and lived with him as his common-law wife. The artist continued to struggle financially, was forced to sell his home, and eventually filed a nobleman's bankruptcy. Hendrike Stoffels, his common-law wife, died on July 24, 1663, of the plague. In 1668, Titus passed away. Rembrandt died less than 1 year later on October 4, 1669, at the age of 63, and was buried in the Westerkerk in Amsterdam in an unmarked grave. The cause of his death is not known.